Well, hello and good evening, everybody. My name is Christy Quinchas. I am the Learning Services Coordinator for the School of Nursing. And with me tonight, we have a really great presenter. Her name is Tessa Baer, and she is a tutor for the School of Nursing. And she is one of my best tutors, and so you guys are in really good hands. I'm going to turn it over to her, and she is going to walk you through how to make a success plan for school. If you should have any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat box, so please feel free to type them in. Tessa, take it away.
Okay, can everyone see my screen? I can't hear anybody, Christy. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can see your screen. They're typing yes
Okay.
into the chat box.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Where'd it go, Christy? Where'd the PowerPoint go?
If you stop sharing your screen, the PowerPoint will show back up.
Okay, we'll just do it that way then. We'll start this way. Okay, like everyone said, that Christy said, my name is Tessa. We're going to go through some, it's kind of a webinar about how to plan and prepare for your trip and your journey through school. Some objectives that we're going to go through today is that you're going to understand the role of the different features within the student portal, that you're going to be able to online the courses in the, now it's Blackboard, it was previously Angel, and that you can submit your assignments online and your discussion posts. Angelina's not hearing anything, she said. Did you see that, Christy?
Yep, I see that. If you're getting lots of feedback, make sure that your microphone is muted. And if you can't hear anything, you need to make sure that you have your audio connected. By clicking on the Quick Start, it will show you how to call in or to connect through your computer.
Do you want me to wait, Christy?
Nope, go ahead. I'll work to troubleshoot them. I'll take care of the chat box.
Okay, and that you will have knowledge of who to ask for assistance, whether that be your teacher, a fellow student, tutor, and so forth, and that you can locate the additional resources for your learning assistance. So the first thing we're going to look at is the student portal. Every time that you log into the student portal, you're going to need to enter your credentials. It's going to help you navigate through your online courses, get to your e-textbooks, and get to your support team, the library, anything that you're going to need. So we're going to go through that. It also is going to have links for the important information. So it's going to be your digital content hub, your online courses, the Vital Source, which is your online bookstore, your email tutoring, and how to confirm your schedule. Let's go through this first. Okay, so this is what the student portal looks like. When you log in through your username, which is going to be your student email, and your password, which you're going to set up on your own, this is going to be the screen that it looks like when you log in. So you're going to have your home, your resources, email, everything we just went through. The first thing is going to be your resources, any academics, online classes, anything you have any questions about, you can find here. Your course materials, it's going to have information about your Vital Source, which is where your books are going to be delivered for each of your classes. They're ebooks. Financial aid assistance, any student affairs, library, if you have questions, where you can look up books, tutoring, which is going to take you to a website for BrainFuse. You can see which tutors are going to be available, what times are going to be available, and the personal support center. This one is going to be your student email. This is going to be different from your course email. Your course email is going to be in the actual Blackboard platform where your courses are, and it's going to be strictly that class. Your email here is going to be your general student email, where you're going to get information from your advisors, information from other students, you can find in here. You can hook it up to your phone. The course email is just strictly in that platform. But this here is going to be your first last name at Rasmussen. For your bookshelf, this is going to be a quick look of this one's mine, so it's got a lot more. But this is going to be where you're going to find your ebooks at. So everything, no matter where you go, no matter where you log in, you're going to have access to this. So when you confirm your schedule, it's going to activate your textbook order for all of those ebooks to be sent to you. It's going to be sent in that student email, which is that generic email that we talked about. Okay, that's not me. The ebooks, like I said, they have great features. They all come from different vendors, all come from different authors, and when the school updates or comes up with a new edition of the book, it's going to be delivered to you the most recent and newest edition that they're using in the class. I haven't experienced anything coming from VitalSource outside of VitalSource. Everything that I've had to this point with the experience with the school is the VitalSource, the one that I showed you. So they have apps you can use on your computer. You can pull it up on your iPhone. You can put it on your iPad. You can highlight in them. There's several different things you can do. So when you accept and confirm your schedule, just go ahead and click on the VitalSource, play around with it a little bit. And if you have any questions, reach out to, you can reach out to a tutor if you need help. You can reach out to another classmate, somebody that maybe is a little bit farther than you, or even a teacher can help you with that. For your Digital Content Hub, this is another great resource that I'll show you. It also has some information about the books as well. I can't see underneath that tab. There it is. So right here, you've probably already seen this from when you have applied, but on this main page here, it's got information about your ebooks. It's got technical support, guides that you might need. Here's a video that you can use if you're having difficulties with VitalSource. Most anything that you have a question about, you can find out in the question and answer, which is on your guides or right here. And I'll show you about the guides in a minute. So any textbook questions, you can go through the Digital Content Hub or go back to your library under the student portal. And there's also a link in here to help get you started. When you're navigating through your tabs, as I showed you, the resources, grades, course messages, tools, and syllabus are all going to be in your actual course platform. I can show you what mine looks like. It's not going to be the same for you as far as the class, but the general idea will be the same. It's going to have where you can get your ebook, how to get started in the class, discussion posts, and your modules. So when you go into a class, I'll show you first here. Okay, so when you first go into your student portal, you log in with your username and your password. This is the first screen that pops up. You'll go to your courses. I can't get underneath there. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to show you your courses along the left-hand side. So when you click into a course, it's going to have your course name here. You can click your grades, your messages, your tools. You can find your syllabus, and all of those books are going to be right here. All the same ones that are in your VitalSource are right there for you. Everything that's applicable to that class is going to be in that particular course. Your Getting Started tab, as well as your discussions. For your discussion posts, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is going to be your communication with the class, especially it's very, very important for classes that are online classes. Follow your teacher's instructions on this. For here, they say to make the post 5 to 6 sentences long. And the classes that I've experienced and what they're kind of going towards is at least 150 words usually. Each class is the same, so make sure you go back to, or different, so make sure you go back to your syllabus and your Getting Started tab to find out, if the teacher wants it by a certain time on Tuesday or Wednesday, when you want it by, or when they want it by, and what they're expecting from that discussion post. So when you do that, it opens up the doors for people to respond to you. There's going to be your initial post, what they call the one that you're doing, and then your response posts. So when everybody else does their initial post, you can do your response post to theirs. You're going to be required, it's usually 1 to 2 a week where your response post, you're responding back to and asking questions and engaging yourself in somebody else's initial post as well. You cannot make them up. After the week is done, that is it. So if you are in there and you're making your initial post and there's already other people that have posted in there, it's probably just a good idea to just go ahead and knock it out just so you don't get behind until you kind of figure out where you want your calendar to be and when you can go back to it and get yourself on a good schedule. Because this is, while it's on a test, it also counts as participation in your class, so it is a big portion of your grade. So I'll show you where you can find that. When you're in your class and you scroll down where all your information is going to be on the left-hand side, you can click on your discussions, and it's going to open up any discussions that you have. At this point, it's going to be your student lounge. A lot of your teachers, especially in the beginning courses, they're going to ask you to go into the student lounge, introduce yourself, what program are you in, why did you choose that program, make sure that you meet the minimum requirements, and also respond to people if that's what they've asked you to do. So every week is going to be labeled by the number of week that you're in, so Module 1 through 11. Your Module 1 discussion, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have them all down. Everything's going to be in there. What you'll do is you'll click it, and it'll open up that post. So right now, nobody said anything. If you see this, you're still in the right spot if you're under Module 1 or whatever the week of the module is, and you can go to Create a Thread. This is where you'll type. You can put in your subject as Module 1 or whatever the subject of your discussion post is, depending on your class. This is where you'll write in the forum, and then you would submit it. That's going to pop up on this other screen right here and start filling them in. You'll be able to click on everybody's initial post to make your response post. So again, it's going to be in your course, down to your discussions, and then create a thread. Initial posts are usually due by midweek. Each teacher will specify they are Wednesday, I believe, as a standard for all students at Rasmussen, unless your teacher specifies otherwise. Replies to discussion posts are due, depending on your teacher, they're going to be Saturday or Sunday. So if you're in there on Wednesday and you see other people in there, again, it's probably just a good idea to go ahead and knock it out until you get your calendar situated. Your response post should never consist of I agree or a nice idea. It goes back to making sure you're meeting the minimum requirements of 5 to 6 sentences, 150 words, whatever your teacher specifies, follow that, and you'll be able to meet the minimum requirements. Right here is going to be your guide for any questions, additional questions that you can have regarding discussion posts. I think Chrissy said she's going to post that in the chat box, any of the guides, so you'll have that. Also, you can go back to your guides on that main page of your student portal or your library questions and just type it in there and it should give you what you're looking for. But if not, you can always reach out to your teacher. When you're submitting your assignments, they need to be in a Dropbox, and I can show you what that is as well. Do not email your teacher these. You have to use the Dropbox or it doesn't show that it's been submitted. Your teachers get a lot of emails between the course email, all the courses that they teach, plus their general email. So the best bet to show that you've submitted an assignment is to do it in the Dropbox. When you submit it in the Dropbox, it'll show that an assignment has been submitted for grading. So when you go to your grading, it'll show that your assignment is there. A good place to always check and make sure that you're on pace or that you're doing what is assigned of you is you can always go to your grades tab and make sure that it's showing that it's been uploaded. When you go to your assignment, just like you would do your discussions, it's going to have that same box that you can write in. What you're going to do is if it's in a Word document, which they should always be in a Word document, browse my computer, it'll upload, hit submit. It looks exactly like the discussions. Always use Microsoft Word to type your document. Always, unless otherwise specified, which I don't think they do. I don't even think it'll load unless it's a Word document. So make sure you have that for sure. Okay, do you remember where you can get your student email? You guys can type in the chat box. Where, Leanne? Yay! Yes, on that main page, when you log in, username, password, student portal, it's going to have all your resources. It's going to have your email. It's going to have your courses where you confirm your schedule. Yes. Where do I locate my instructor's contact information and office hours? I don't think we went through that. Let's look. Yes, B. Yes. Your most of the information is going to be in your syllabus, but I don't want to click that because I don't know if she has that loaded in there, so it wouldn't be a good example. The syllabus is going to be if you log into the course, or if you log in and you click your courses, it's going to be on that main page. You click your class, where you go your course home, your grades, course messages. This is going to be your course email, which is only particular to whichever class you're clicked in, and then your syllabus. It's going to be right above your books, right above your discussion, and then your modules will begin to get listed right below that. Does that answer your question, or would you like me to share a screen? Would that be easier? Okay. All right. All right. Let's go back to the resources. All right. So when you go to your guides, under your resource tabs, you're going to have all your information here. You have your tutoring resources, your success strategies, any information on attendance that you have. Here is the guides that Chrissy had posted. This is going to be pretty much anything you're looking for. A lot of it is already loaded in here. I can go ahead and show you some of the School of Nursing just because that's what I'm familiar with. This is going to have information on your ATI, which you are going to be really familiar with, your T's, which you've already taken, and your NCLEX at the end. Anything that's particular to your program is going to be listed in here where you can ask questions, you can search the guide right here. Let's look and see. We'll type ATI. So here's some other things where students have posted questions and answers. I need help accessing remediation, anything that you need, or somebody's probably already had a question about and posted an answer. Again, if you have any other questions or can't find it, you can always go back to your resource tab. You can even ask a librarian. You can email a tutor. There's other resources here that can help you. Let's go back. Um, Student Success Guide right here. This is the one I already have pulled up. This is a good one to go through for new students. It'll tell you what to expect. This is the peer tutoring. This is something that if you're in Tampa, I think they're everywhere now, but if you're in Tampa, there's several now that are there. Manage your time, how to get started, what you need to do, balancing your discussion posts, study strategies, writing resources, which is always a big one. How do I even start this paper and Word document that I'm supposed to submit? These are all great resources for you to check out so that it'll help you get started. Your new student guide, let's see, this is the one we just talked about, the library and the tutoring. Christy, do you want me to click into them?
No, just do a brief rundown of what they do, and then so students, as soon as you have time on your own, you can go through and explore the different ins and outs of them. But I would just do a brief rundown.
Okay. All right. So let's see. There it goes. Oh, I thought I did this. Okay, this is a good, the digital hub that we just had up, this is a quick link to there. Also the quick link for the VitalSource, which is the books that are in your classes. This is going to be where you can get to it. You can automatically log into it and save it so that it's going to take you right to your books each time that you click on it. Your library tab right here, this is an amazing resource. This is, I'll open this one so you can see it. This one has everything that you would need. This is, they've got live chat hours right here where if you have a question, you can, within these hours, you can chat with a librarian, which I think is phenomenal. I've never been to a school that's had that. All your guides that I was showing you that were up here, your guides and your new student guide can be found here. Your APA guide, any articles by subject, Grammarly, which is a great resource for checking plagiarism, checking citations, is it's a free account for Grammarly. That's always a good one to have. And here's the rest of your writing guides. Any support that you have or difficulty connecting, if you have issues with your online platforms, your technical support can be found right here. Your calendar will be different for everyone. No, that's not the calendar I was looking for. This is going to be your academic calendar. It's going to have your information for any school closures, anything that is related to your modules, when the end of the term is, any add drop periods can be found under resources and in calendar. And again, your personal support is right there. Your tutoring, we'll click that one just because I like that one. Your tutoring is through BrainFuse. So if you have, if you find that you're just not getting it with your let's say your written assignments, you can submit a paper to the writing lab. They'll review it with the instructions that your teacher has given you, and they'll tell you kind of where you need to tweak it. They're not going to write it for you, obviously, but they'll give you some hints and help you out and kind of break that down for you. If you have any questions that you need to just sit down with the tutor, you don't understand, you're having a hard time catching up, you don't want to fall behind, you feel like you understand, you just kind of want to bounce something off of somebody, anything like that, you can always find under your resources, tutoring, and go to the screen and schedule with a tutor. If you need help with an assignment, ask the instructor of that course. You can always ask a peer, but your best bet is going to be the instructor of that course. That way you have a definite, for sure answer of what the parameters of that assignment or that project, whatever it may be, that you completely understand. If you need assistance with your schedule, it's going to be your student advisor. Your teachers cannot help you with their schedule. Your peers cannot help you with their schedule. Anything that has to do with your classes, add drop period, it's just not working, you need Monday and not Tuesday, any questions like that need to be going through your student advisor. For assistance with the library or learning services, you can contact your advisor. If you have questions that can be answered by the library, go back to your resources, library, and your live chat help. Okay, if you want to answer in the chat box, where can you check to find out which day of the week are your initial posts due for your discussions? Yes, course calendar. Good job. So I'll leave you with this. Be prepared for your own success. Log into your classes. Understand where to find your syllabus, your course, your grades. If you have any questions, go to your teachers. Set up your own time. Manage your calendar. Use the calendar that's in there. Compare it with your syllabus. Utilize your resources on your main page, your resource tabs with your library resources, your tutoring resources, your student advisors. Make sure you attend your live lectures. That also counts for your class participation grades, and sometimes that actually will count as your discussion posts as well. So make sure you're following your teacher's lead on those. And set up a success skills appointment with a tutor if you need additional help. Live lectures posted as a module. The live lectures, it just depends on your teacher. Some of the live lectures are done through a recording such as this where you can go back to it and listen to it all the way through. Some of them actually schedule them and they're on campus. It just would depend on what kind of class you have. If you have a blended course, like if you have a hybrid course where some of it's online and some of it's on campus, or if it's an online course. Is there any other questions?
If just to add to what Tessa said, they will post them as announcements, and if you have any questions about live lectures, you want to make sure that you just reach out directly to your instructor. I got it. I've got it, Tessa. Thank you so much, Tessa. You did a great job, full of tons of information. If you should have any questions, please feel free to stick around and ask anything in the chat box. Otherwise, we are done for the evening. And just really, once again, Tessa, you did a bang-up job, so thank you so much.
Thank you.